Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. We are from Group 8 and we would like to present about common stock. Definition of common stock. Understanding common stock or common stock is a share that can be claimed based on the profits and losses that exist in a company. If the liquidation procedure is carried out, the common stockholders will have less priority in the distribution of dividends from the sale of a company's assets. In a common stock, the shareholders have limited liability. This means that when the company that is being funded is declared bankrupt, the value of the loss borne by the shareholders is equal to the value of the capital that has been deposited. Advantages of common stock. In common stock, there is no obligation to pay dividends to shareholders to be an advantage. Common stock has no time limit or maturity. The company operates more transparently for all parties, thus attracting many parties to participate in supervising the company's activities, because selling shares to the public means that the company can be owned by the public. There is no fixed obligation to pay dividends to common stockholders, and common stock has no maturity. Disadvantage of common stock. Common stock is riskier because it has to bear losses company. Selling common stock will threaten the control held by the majority shareholder. Decrease earning per share as a result of the increase in the number of outstanding shares. Bunga Minang, please present about types of stocks.
Types of stock. Most firms have only one type, one common stock. In some instances, classified stock is used to meet special needs. Generally, when special classifications are used, one type is designated Class A, another Class B, and so forth. Small, new companies seeking funds from outside source frequently use different types of common stock. The use of classified stock enables control over the company without having to own a majority of the common stock. Next. Types of stock based on market. One, blue chip stock. Blue chip stock are stock is used by highly reputable companies. Number two, income stock. Income stock are superior stock that always pay dividend or profit greater than the average dividend paid in the previous period. Three, growth stock. Growth stock are stock with high income, even though the company is not always from a high-ranking company in the industry. Growth stock are divided into two, namely well-known and lesser known. Speculative stocks. Speculative stock are stock with high return can provide consistent profit. This type of stock is suitable for investor with a high risk profile. Next. How to calculate common stock? Cost of new common stock formula KC D1 PO 14 plus 8. KC cost of new common stock D1 expected dividend at the end of the first year. D selling price.
New common stock. G, share dividend growth per year, or growth. F, flotation cost. And the second one is Gordon model formula. And the formula is KC D1 divided by P0 plus G. And there is PBV, price to book value ratio, or in Indonesian can be called the price to book value ratio, is used to compare a company's market capitalization with its own book value. Formula PBV, price per share divided by book value per share. Per, price to earnings ratio, is a ratio to value a company as measured by the current share price against its earning per share. The formula can be seen under. And PEG ratio, price earning growth ratio, is a ratio that calculates the value of shares based on current earnings and potential growth in the future. And the formula can be seen under it. Examples of common stock. Common shares or common stock are widely spread in the stock market, Indonesia known as the IDX or the Indonesia Stock Exchange. Here are various kinds of shares that are sold for every individual who wants to buy shares of one company. An example of common stock is stock warrants. If the company goes bankrupt, the owners of common stock will only get the last priority in terms of sharing the company's profits. And here are the common stock that has been shared in the market, in stock market. In the banking sector, there are various kinds of stocks, namely Bank Mandiri, Bank BCA, and Bank BRI. In the construction sector, namely PT PP, PT Adikarya, and PT Waskita. Interesting things about common stock. If you own ordinary shares, then the individual can make policies or regulate directors in the company he owns the stock. You could say this is one of the advantages of common stock. One of the main benefits of stock is that they can be used as an investment instruments, both short-term and long-term. Those who use stocks as short-term investment usually only want to get capital gains from the difference between the purchase price and the selling price, unlike those who use stocks as long-term investments, where they often buy stocks or save stocks. And here are the references we get from searching in Google and the books. I think that's all from us. Thank you very much to listening to our presentation. I apologize if there is any mistake in the words and misspelling. Thank you. Good morning.